Luke Norton with Channel 6 News. We just got breaking news. A high school senior, Henry, found his socks. We went out last week to interview Henry at his house. How are you today, Henry?
I'm doing well, thank you, Luke.
Is it true that you found your 4 socks?
Yes, I found my 4 socks. Here they are. The first sock has a letter S on it. This sock represents the shape of the distribution. This shape can either be approximately normal, bimodal, skewed to the right, or skewed to the left.
That's very interesting. Can you explain the second sock?
Sure. The second sock has a letter O on it. This letter represents any outliers in the distribution. To find the outliers, we can use the 1.5 IQR rule, where we multiply 1.5 by the IQR and add it to the Q3 value, and 1.5 times IQR minus the Q1 value. Any numbers that lie outside these intervals are considered to be outliers. We also will look for unusual factors and gaps that could affect our data.
Very interesting, Henry. And the third sock represents the letter C, am I correct?
Yes, you are correct. This sock has the letter C on it. This represents the center of the distribution. If the shape of the distribution is skewed, we will use the median to find the center of the distribution because the median is resistant to skew. When there is no skew in the distribution, we will use the mean to find the center because the mean is non-resistant to the skew.
And what is the final sock?
The final sock has a letter S on it, but it's a different kind of letter S from the first one. This represents the spread of the distribution. To find out the spread of the distribution, we use the IQR when using the median as our center because the median is, again, resistant to the skew. To find the IQR, we will subtract the quarter 1 value from the quarter 3 value from the quarter 1 value. And when using mean as our center, we will use standard deviation to find the spread of our distribution because mean, as I said again, is not resistant to spread.
How about I try to use SOCS to describe this set of data? So for the S, it looks to be skewed left. For O, it seems that there are no possible outliers and no really unusual factors. The median looks to be at roughly -10, and the IQR seems to be roughly about 4. Does that seem correct to you?
All of those are correct, but we cannot forget one more thing. When we use SOCS, we must add an overall statement to describe the most significant detail of the distribution.
Well, Henry, thank you for informing me about SOCS and all the rest of us, as we hope you don't lose your socks ever again.
Thank you, Luke. I will be sure to remember my socks.